everyone, my name is Mai and welcome to my kitchen where I try to recreate famous treats and desserts from some of my favorite restaurants and vendors from around the world. So today we're going to recreate one of my favorite desserts in London, which is Hawksmoor's Sticky Toffee Pudding. For those who aren't familiar with what Sticky Toffee Pudding is, it's this sort of very moist sponge that's served with a toffee sauce and topped with some vanilla ice cream or clotted cream. It's absolutely delicious but also very easy to recreate at home. So I'm going to show you guys how I've done it using my simple home cooking methods, and hopefully you guys find it useful as well. Now, as always, if you enjoy my content, remember to hit the like button and also hit subscribe, as well as hitting the bell button so that you know exactly when my next video is coming out. And yeah, without much further delay, I'll leave you guys to it. Enjoy! First up, we're going to chop up some dates. Here, I'm using some pitted dates, so we're going to remove the seed, then finally chop them into smaller chunks. Repeat the process with the remaining dates. In a pan, add the chopped dates, then some bicarbonate of soda and water. Boil for 7 to 8 minutes, stirring frequently until it turns very dark. The bicarbonate of soda will help soften the dates and reduce any acidic taste. Then, take off the heat and set aside. In a large bowl, add some butter. I like to use the mixer to soften it up so that it's easier to mix. Add in some light muscovado sugar, then some dark muscovado sugar, and mix everything until it's well combined. I like to use a spatula to scrape off the sides as well. We're now going to add in an egg, then mix it all up. Add in the flour and baking powder. Oh, and don't forget a pinch of salt as well. We're now going to add in our date mixture and mix everything together, but try not to overmix. The batter should come out in a lava-like consistency, but if not, you can also add in some water to loosen it up. For this video, I'm going to use some small pudding tins. I'll leave the link down in the description box for where you can get similar ones. Alternatively, you can also use a cupcake baking tray, or simply use a deep baking tray for a tray bake instead. You'll want to thoroughly grease your tins with some butter. On hindsight, the tins that I used were quite small and we could have easily spread this across maybe 6 tins instead. There's a lot of leavening agent in this mix, so don't be like me and fill the batter to the brim. Try adding enough batter to reach half of the tin instead. I also like to use a spatula in the end to even out the top surface of the batter. Now we're going to bake them in the preheated oven at 170 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes until it's risen and cooked through. In the meantime, let's make the toffee sauce. This is really simple. Add in some butter, light muscovado sugar, dark muscovado sugar, and some double cream. Gently heat together all the sauce ingredients, and once the butter and sugar have melted, turn up the heat and gently simmer for about 5 minutes until it thickens a bit. Once your pudding have risen and cooked through, remove from the oven and cool it in the tins before turning them out. As you can see, I've kind of overfilled these and they kind of look like muffins, but no problem. We're going to take them out of the tin and cut off the dome so that we can get uniform pudding shapes. what I like to do after is to keep them in a Tupperware and soak the sponges in the toffee sauce that we've made early on for a while so that it can really absorb the caramel flavors and make the sponge even more moist and tasty. You can definitely prepare these in advance and store them in the fridge for a while with this sauce and reheat it in the microwave for about 3 minutes before serving. Now, we're definitely not going to get rid of the excess sponge. What I like to do is to break the sponge apart using a spoon and mold it into a new container. Then, we're going to do the same thing and pour some of the toffee sauce over it. Look how shiny the surface is. Now let's plate up. I like to serve my sticky toffee pudding with a generous scoop of vanilla ice cream and pour a good amount of hot toffee sauce over it. Now, if you want to serve it Hawksmoor style, we're going to add a canal of clotted cream instead and serve it in a pool of toffee sauce. However, I like to pour mine over the cream instead, so voila, enjoy! It's now time for the taste test. You know, the usual segment where I casually hype up my own food and tell you how great it is. But trust me, you really need to try this one out. The sponge has a very rich and intense caramel flavor. It's super moist and delicious, especially when served warm with a piping hot toffee sauce and an ice cold scoop of clotted cream or ice cream. The perfect dessert to end any meal and impress your guests with. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you enjoyed my content, remember to hit the like button as well as hit subscribe and hit the bell button so that you know exactly when my next video is coming out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye!